to get it up off the ground and nobody can see you because you trying to get it up off the ground. That's everybody having to pay their dues. But for somebody who, you look my page, you got videos with 7 million views on it, a video with a million views. You know, it's like it's been all over the place. Views that went crazy, collaborations that have taken place. I went on tour with Montana 300. There's all kind of things that have happened that if this were in the slightest, any type of artist associated with any of these other gatekeeping people, this would have been all over the news. You understand?
I'll give you, I definitely understand. Just from a person coming from Philadelphia, Shake That Music. I don't know if you know about the movement that's coming out of here by DJ Crazy, but you know, we face something similar on that as far as Kickback. And even still with Kickback, in less than a year, he has taken his artist from zero to top dog. And it's like, if he can do that here in less than a year, why is someone who has TED Talks, again, multiple albums, hundreds of thousands of streams, millions of views across platforms, not being talked about nowhere? Nowhere.
Yeah.
It bewilders me. It bewilders me. And it kind of brings truth to your claims of like that these industry people are indeed avoiding you. Like they just don't want the smoke.
Exactly. For one, they're protecting their business. A lot of the labels are protecting their investments because they really have to respond to some of the things that's been going on. Like they ain't gonna, it's like, okay, we can start simple. All right. Because I'm from Atlanta being the music mecca of the world right now, everybody should understand that. The down south sound has been replicated a million times over. Everybody try to be what Atlanta is, and it wasn't like that all the time, but now it is that.
Fact.
The fact that I'm in the music mecca of the world and everybody has to pay attention to Atlanta, for me to be able to speak on Atlanta's condition doesn't seem to be something that would be null and void. For me to be able to speak on it would mean that it's credible because I'm out here in Atlanta. So when I say, no, when they try to say, hold on, give me 1 second.
And this is insane. He's right. He's in basically the black Mecca, the black Hollywood. I was just in Atlanta like less than a year ago. Less than a year for a convention. They always throw a music convention.
I had to regulate the noise real quick.
Oh, so, good, fam.
Yeah. So it's like this. When they did what they did, you know, with the YSL thing, so like that, just to keep it simple, right? Everybody was saying, you know, that's just a family, just an organization. You know, it's just a label, and I can't tolerate that because, for one, if we're going to say we real, we got to be real all together. One thing we're not going to do is we're not going to forget that the same way Russell, whoever the fuck them people was, who was trying to come out and say, you know, we need everybody to stand with Thug and solidarity. We need to make sure that we're going up against this system because we want to protect black art. They're trying to tear us down, We're not going to forget that when it was Trayvon Martin and everybody was asking him to speak on Trayvon Martin's death, he shrugged them off and was like, I'm not into none of that. I'm trying to get this money. I ain't into none of this politics, He gave the black people his ass to kiss. So we ain't gonna act like that didn't happen. And just because he get jammed up in the situation, now it's the system versus the black man. No, as a matter of fact, Trayvon Martin was innocent. He wasn't tied to no type of criminal organization. He ain't never got nobody took off. He ain't never been involved in no conspiracy to get nobody taken off. He ain't never said in no music that he did. He was an innocent person that was, his life was taken away innocently. Taken away.
That's fact.
When they asked you to speak on that, you said you weren't getting involved in politics, as if somebody being murdered is politics.
That's life.
As if somebody being murdered unjustly is politics. That ain't politics. Politics is asking about how we going to adjust laws, change this, jobs and gas prices. That's politics and policies. When we dealing with real situations in our communities, that's not politics. But they told us to stand with him. Go ahead.
Now, and I want to bring up something else you brought up too about the Balenciaga situation, because Kanye stated this, you know, and it's like they wiped it from the media, and then and then you said something about it when they asked T.I., and T.I., you know, you said T.I.'s talking about he had to do his research on child pedophilia, and again, people straight overlooked that. They straight went over that, and I'm like, again, this man is talking about these topics, and no one even, like, again, just like me, I just posed the question. Is Faise One blackball? They could pose a question. Does T.I. stand with Balenciaga? Does, like, you could just pose, it could be as simple as posing a question based off of this information that you provide, but yet,
not in this industry.
They cease to evade you.
Not in this industry. Not, well, Ye say, you got to know who cutting the checks. It's way deeper. Not in this industry. What? when everybody who participated in the trafficking is the artist? Everybody who participated in the trafficking is the motherfuckers who you talking about, the people who, the head bloggers, they participate and benefit from the business, all right? And you can see, let me tell you some of the things that you can watch out for, look out for to see who got like selective immunity and things like that. Boosie said that he got his child statutorily raped at 12 and didn't nobody come for him. The blog said he claimed that it happened. They didn't say he admitted it. They said he claimed that it happened, all right? For one, prostitution as we know it is illegal.
Fact.
That's one law that he stated he broke. No investigation. For two, that's a child. That child is 12 years old or was 12 years old at that time. You admitted that you broke two laws in one. You paid a prostitute to come and statutorily rape your child. And that should have been investigated, but it won't be investigated for that. Why? Because, again, there's selective immunity, and the people ain't going to outrage about that because the same community that we would have come to ask if they could have an outrage about that was the same community that act like they didn't see the Balenciaga ad. The same community that would not just act like that when it comes to the commercial industry stuff. They act like that with the people in their family. They won't let nobody know or rise up against somebody in our communities or in their family, their nephews, whoever, uncle them, who touching the children or doing the stuff with the young girls and da-da-da. They act like people turn a blind eye to that in our communities. You understand? So here's the problem, family. It ain't that there's a conversation as to whether or not I'm speaking truth. It's the fact that I am speaking truth. The last thing they want to do is say my name. Because if you say my name, I speak so much truth that's not attached to nobody's label. My truth ain't attached to nobody's stunt, publicity stunt situation. My truth ain't attached to nobody's put some money behind me and paid me to go troll some people. No, my truth, I'm not Charleston White. I'm not none of these people. My truth is not no press run. They let Charleston White on Say Cheese TV or the Skate Room. They'll let them on there because he ain't saying nothing for real.
Exactly.
You know
He ain't talking about nothing.
But when you say what I'm saying, yeah, it ain't nobody. They trust the last person they wanted to ever even get this far was me. And especially when you go ahead.
Now this is my question. This is my question to you. Why for you knowing this information, because you're a wise person, and I'm pretty sure had given you want to, you could surely infiltrate these same communities and still be able to provide this information to them, giving it to them in the way of a press run, giving it to them in the way of a controversial topic. Why haven't you, in a sense, and I hate to say it in this way, why haven't you brought yourself down to that frequency in order to deliver the same message to people?
This isn't just a message, it's a lifestyle. You know, this ain't hip hop of 30 years ago trying to figure out whether or not if MC Hammer is gonna be down in True Blue and shit like that. That ain't what this is. This is, if I infiltrate, I'm a part of the problem now. All right, what would have been my infiltration? It's already happening behind enemy lines. I got niggas who in all of their organizations that rock with me and tell me what's going on every day, and you can go check that from high school up to now. The infiltration is on a whole different level with me. I'm not gonna send a general myself to be around these same demons who don't put money out in all kind of situations to get me taken off. I wouldn't inject myself into those same situations, but I got people that's right there next to them that they don't know is letting me know what's moving with that. Or I got people that's right there over there with them that they don't even know is behind their enemy lines. You know what I'm saying? Infiltrated and putting people onto me. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm behind enemy lines, but not myself physically around the devils because it's too late in the game. For me to be behind enemy lines in this industry means I got to rap about murder music. I got to push that. And my voice is too powerful. If I make murder music tracks, the murder rate is going through the ceiling. My voice is too powerful. And, they would want us to do that. They want my type of being to do that because our voice is so powerful. Look at what I'm doing by myself. I stand as one person. Don't let nobody ever kick it either. I'm one person solo. I don't care who you see me standing with, none of that. I'm one person going up against the beast by myself. Everybody else, they investments and their business is too tied up in the beast for them to really come out. Now, they got people that follow me and they'll support me and all that from the distance, but they'll even message me and let me know that they can only support me to a certain degree because their investments is still tied up in the beast. So it's business. So if you asking me, what is it? Why wouldn't I, quote unquote, play the game? They've been asking me since I was 12 years old why I wouldn't do that. Literally, I got sat down when I was 12 years old in front of a computer screen where somebody who was I had Pastor Troy, my uncle, he told me to call my uncle, Pastor Troy, DJ Florida Keith, a lot of other niggas on Peter Street at the Loft. And we were sitting down at a computer. And you can see Pastor Troy in my music video, Baddest, if you need to check that out, right? Faise One Baddest, and you'll see PT Cruz in there. But he sat me in front of, DJ Florida Keith sat me in front of the computer, was like, this is what we need you to do. Because I was on that at 12 years old, I was rapping way beyond my time, right? He pressed play on Crisscross. And I thought they were pranking me. I thought niggas was really pranking me. I'm looking around waiting on him to start laughing. But like he was looking serious. He was doing the serious look. And I'm like, I said, wait a minute, what is this? He pressed pause. He said, kid stuff. I said, kid stuff? He said, you're 12 years old. He said, you know, you rapping about real heavy stuff. He said, but you should do the kid stuff. I said, why would I do that? I said, first of all, I'm only gonna be 12 for so long. If you have a problem marketing, his whole thing was he didn't know how to market me. I said, well, then why didn't you ask me? I could tell you how to market me. How about market the shock value of the fact that there's a 12-year-old out here that's more advanced than the adults? Market that. And market the fact that this 12-year-old is going to speak on things that none of the adults is going to speak on. So it was like that back then. So I'm not going to play the game because, for one, you only get one life, you get one soul. Right? They want you to do that. As soon as you come over and play their game, what is the beast going to do? He devours you. Your last track, your first hit will be your last one. Then you'll be on your way back from receiving your award from that hit, and they'll put out a hit. You on a highway. This doesn't happen. You a positive artist. You on a highway. You done got in. But they said all you gotta do is do this, then we're gonna let you do this. You on a highway. They pull up. You don't know who these people are. You ain't got no beef for none of these motherfuckers. You don't know who they are. These elites sent them. And now you hear it on the news. Artists caught in a shootout on a shooting on a highway. You understand? How? How? You understand? That's how deep it go. No, we not blood in and blood out with these demons. We already know they devils. And we ain't coming up under no other artists. I'd have had plenty offers to do that. We know what goes on with that because the moment
cosign, the famous cosign.
Exactly. That, and look, it will benefit me. So you got to know, like you say, I'm smart. Yeah, I'm very intelligent. That's what I'm trying to point out to people. If I wanted to blow up, I could have blown up a long time ago. If I wanted to just blow up. But it got to be deeper than that. If somebody that's that intelligent didn't do that. No, it got to be deeper than that. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you spoke on this in a couple of different songs. I forget the most recent one, Dragoon, where you talked about Drake.
Dragon. Yep.
Right. Dragon, where you talked about Drake and the allegations against for Josiah's death.
Jossie,
right? Ex Tenacion, publicly known as what most people know him as.
Yeah.
And I only bring this up because you just said as you begin to merge yourself in to get that popularity, so people actually are now hearing you and you getting talked about on these media platforms and using these media personalities as catalysts to ignite your career, right? You're basically saying that most people end up in these situations where initially they jump in for the attention, but they want to deliver a message, and ultimately they end up at an untimely demise.
He ended up at an untimely demise because we got devils operating in human form that have the ability to get away with murder. That's why he met an untimely demise. Not because he was just speaking no truth or nothing like that. It's because he went up against the dragon, right? And he didn't have no protection. You know what I mean? It's different. That's why I said in the song, you won't get a chance to do me like you did my nigga Jossie. You won't get a chance to. And I can't be crazy how I'm crazy and Ye come out and say the same thing. He said what? He came after I posted the snippet. He said what? He said, I'm not Triple X. You're not going to be able to just take me out. You understand? But Drake played his whole innocent as, nah, he mob tied for real. He mean what he's saying. And when he's saying it take more than that to get a body, he know what he's talking about. He know what he's talking about. Like, everybody gonna act stupid all of a sudden. Like, this ain't a whole industry built off of people wanting to be credible in what they rapping about. Ain't nobody trying to come out here and say, I'm just a rapper, I'm capping and everything I'm saying. No. When he say mob ties, which was the song that he bragged about the murder on, right? A lot of people didn't listen. Nobody don't look into that either. Nobody looking into the fact that it was 600 Breezy, all them other niggas who was tied into it. It ain't just Drake. All right?
And I just want to bring up that, because we talked about YSL and the RICO that went on with YSL. YSL's lyrics were used as indictment mechanisms in that case. So, and basically what you're saying is here, they investigated the music as far as the YSL RICO, but why didn't they investigate the lyrics as far as the Drake case is concerned? And we do know that Drake, you know, did publicly fight a case, you know, for involvement in that situation.
Deposition.
Right.
He evaded it. He ain't fight it. He evaded the deposition. Right. Which if you know what that means, it's like how. The whole point of the deposition is to figure out what we gonna do about the case.
Exactly.
How you evade the deposition itself, unless you really do got mob ties. Because again, the mob be the judge, the mob be the prosecutor, the mob be such and such county. You understand? And another thing people ain't gonna want to look into, what I'm telling you, nobody want to look into Jay Prince and none of them when it came down to it. Because you got to understand, Drake paid dues to Jay Prince and them.
Right.
If you don't know that, you just don't know that. Jay Prince and them get dues from Drake. You feel what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying. Drake got ties with them for a reason. And Jay Prince was the one, I'm talking about Jay, not Jazz. Jay Prince was the one who brought Drake in with Aspire Music Group. You feel what I'm saying? Before he was passed on to Birdman to go do Birdman works, it was Jay Prince. But Drake gonna keep them ties because them the motherfuckers who some shit will happen. You don't know who they are. You don't know you don't know who done got it done. You feel what I'm saying? But that's the only reason why niggas would say mob for real. You know what I'm saying? But that's the same stuff. Say Louis bags in exchange for body bags. And nobody knows what that means. You feel what I'm saying?
They know the song. I know everybody know the song. I know they know the song you talking about.
Exactly. Now
they know the music.
Let's get this clear. The reason why, just for what you brought up, is because Thug is not elite. He's not big like Drake.
Okay.
He's not on Drake level. Like I said in the video, Thug is not on Drake level. You understand? It's not. Right. Thug hasn't done nearly as much as Drake has done in that industry. You understand? Right. Thug doesn't have nearly as much of the status as Drake has. And again, Drake paints himself as the sheep. You understand?
Right.
But he's a wolf. You understand? But he's painting himself like the sheep. He's just around. Oh, he's just trying to live his life. He don't bother nobody. Bullshit. You understand? He a vulture just like X said. All right. He take people's sound just like X said. You know what I mean? He try to pop up wherever the money at, just like X said, for a reason. Right. Not for no reason. That's why I told Sexy Red to be careful. Because that nigga show up tomorrow.
That was another thing. That was another thing that, again, that was one of those reels we talked about that did millions of views. And regardless, nobody said anything. And then I think you brought up a lot of great topics, like you mentioned her son and what what she would be exposing him to. So, and I think us as a lot of people becoming artists and trying to jump into this industry, they're not considering the collateral damage. So if you want to, just talk about that a little bit and exactly what you meant by that letter to Sexy Red.
Okay, so that's where you get into the conversation of what's referred to as blood currency, right?
Right.
When it comes to blood currency, it don't even got to be on some mystified shit. It's only mystified because people don't know what it means. You sign your name on that contract. First of all, there are contracts that say we own your shadow. There's a contract that says your likeness is not even yours anymore. All right? An example of this type of contract appears in the story Rumpelstiltskin. Okay? Well, Rumpelstiltskin was able to help this female, interestingly enough, get all the gold that she needed to appease the king because she was supposed to prove that she could turn straw into gold. So Rumpelstiltskin helped her. Said, look, all I need you to do is just give me your ring. And I'm going to make all this gold for you, but I need your ring. Why? If he can make all the gold in the world, why does he need her ring? All right? He come back around. All I need you to do is give me the necklace. I can make all the gold in the world, but I want your necklace. Why? Okay, I need what else you got for me? I don't have anything else. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll still do it for you, but I need your what?
Firstborn.
I need your firstborn. I need your son. That wasn't nothing but an example of what really takes place. Because like they said in the Bible, what profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? What shall a man give in exchange for his soul? When Jesus was supposed to be going into the wilderness to be tempted, it was supposed to be this man or this being called Shaitan that was offering him all the kingdoms. Okay. All right? But all he wanted him to do was bow down and yield his energy to Shaitan. He wanted to use him as a source, the same thing the jinn want to do. So here's the answer. The reason why a jinn or a demon would want you to give your possessions, keyword, over to them, while they exchange all of this worldly stuff, is because the only thing that truly matters in currency is the soul, the energy. All the money means nothing. You understand? When you do all, you say you got all this money, you holding it up, you showing it up, you got all these different types of jeans and clothes and planes and shoes and houses and diamonds, none of that means anything, okay? Because the moment that something happens to you and you die, they reap the insurance, okay? The moment that something happens to you, they make money off of your posthumous album. You understand? They got money lined up that you don't even know nothing about, that when you die, they know how to benefit and reap the benefit of that. Okay? This is called a blood currency. So one of the ways that they do it is they do something, there's a keyword called collateral. It's called collateral.
We all know that term. We know that. That's a banking term right there.
Yep. If you don't, okay, so you don't have nothing else, huh? Oh, you think you finna switch up, or you want to get out the contract? That's fine. You can get out the contract. You don't got to give me no more. You don't have to give me the stuff that you possess. You don't have to give me your music. You don't have to give me your energy anymore. But I want your son. You know what I mean? And when we take your son, it's a few things that's going to happen. You will blow up in the media again, so we can reap the benefit from that. We can get the streams. If you make a song that's sad about him, whatever, we can get the benefit of that. We'll get to siphon the energy from you of the trauma that you experience when we take your son. That's a whole different demonic entity that you have to deal with, that the labels have to go to even pray for the records to do what they do. And that's a whole different conversation. That's where you get your engineers to come in and tune the records frequencies to a certain hertz to get it to have a certain response, and put certain chants behind it to get people to be hypnotized, like Uzi said when he said it's hypnotism. That's a whole different conversation where they go to other wizards and witches and warlocks to come through and make these records be what you think these records are. You understand? But it's all a lot of work in it. So then they can benefit from the trauma. They can benefit from the aftermath of you losing your son. But also, they wanted your son anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, now you can go. But they fucked you over. And they took everything from you. So I said, be careful, because a lot of people have gone through that. Am I the only person that said that? Ye said it. Ye said here in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. There's a lot of people who were sacrificed. You right? So people don't understand. It's not always that people are saying, yeah, I'm going to give you my son. That's not always how it goes. Right. Sometimes it's literally that because you're dealing with certain beings that you're dealing with, certain people that you're dealing with, there are fine print selections or sections in your contract that you don't know nothing about. You don't know that firstborn yields a certain type of energy the moment that you replicate it.
Most people don't even read the fine print of contracts. I know a lot of people, most of the people on this app that we talking on right now never read the privacy policy. Exactly. They don't know that Instagram has the right to cut your content whenever. They don't know that Instagram has the right to control the exposure of that content, because they never read the privacy policy. Right. So just in our culture overall, these are things that we overlook. And that's why I appreciate people like you, and you particularly, because you're trying to get people to understand and overstand, you know, exactly what's going on, so we can start making these plays, man, and start implementing some of these things in our life, so we can uplift ourselves. And honestly, again, like I said, it was something in my spirit that told me to just pose a question. Just pose a question. And I encourage everybody else that's watching, like, if you see something going on, you see something going on in the media, if you see something going on in social media, pose a question. Just pose the question. I think you did that with the song Letter to Sexy Red. You did that in the song Dragoon. You just posing these questions for people to start thinking about. Think about, do your own research. Go look this up, listen to it, and let me know what you think. And I think that's the most powerful thing you could do, bro.
I appreciate you touching on it. Like I said, we can set something up. We can do an interview. I'm cool with that. I appreciate you bringing it to the forefront. I don't even know how I saw it. I just happened upon it. Actually, I think whoever the mic page was tagged me in it. My business page. That tagged me in. So I got to follow the main page of it. So the key thing to remember here is I got a song called See Ya Op, right? And in the song See Ya Op, I said, I ain't scared of no black ball. I already know what a black ball will do. It's like that ain't something that we would be worried about. Because here's one thing I want you to know, which I don't know if you caught on. I don't want to be a part of the industry. You know what I mean? They think they're doing something by blackballing. I don't want to be. All they doing, like you said, all they doing is proving that what I'm doing needs to be done. I don't want to be a part of the industry. It's so fake. The shit is so facade. You know what I'm saying? And flaw. It only seemed real to the people who want to be entertained.
Fact.
Like wrestling. You know wrestling is fake.
We know it. Yep.
You know it's stage, right? The music industry is no different. You know what I mean? The shit is still, everything you think somebody is ain't nothing but PR, publicity stunts, stylists, music videos and angles and editing and lighting and filters and you know, this is 1,000 people over here that put together this idea and they ran up this, it came up with the name and da-da-da. You
That's
think
game.
that's all it is. So no, I don't want to be a part of the industry. I actually find it funny. I'm not sad or disgruntled or discouraged that they won't. I just do that so that y'all know. I tell y'all so that y'all know I'm really popping my shit a way that no nigga can pop their shit. I'm saying, look, these motherfuckers scared. They won't even say my name. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't not one blog gonna pick up the fact that this shit, the video I called T.I. out on got over 1 million views and nobody in Atlanta seen that. When everybody in Atlanta follow me.
Talk heavy.
You know what I'm saying? None of these, all these Atlanta artists watch my page. They don't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? They gotta know.
And I'm tied into a lot of people in Atlanta. I'm actually tied in with the Coalition DJs down there. You've been in Atlanta, so I know you already know all about them and with the controversy that's surrounded by them. And so I'm very tied into the people, Staconia Studios, you know, what's that, Big Business. I've been around in Atlanta. I've been in that circuit. And even then, there's a lot of local blogs and stuff where I'm just like, hold on, wait, why Progress Report ain't? Why?
You know what's so interesting? I hit up Progress Report.
So I'm checking, no, like, hold on.
I hit up Progress Report.
My local folks who are, granted, as media, we are a part of the industry, but we create the industry. We not the industry. We make it.
I hit some. It's been people that I hit up that let me know. It's like funny. It's like that I hit them up, and I know how this Instagram shit go. They saw it,
and it's crazy. Because you would think that these people would pick it up like, well, we going to create cool, bro. And I use that's what I utilize our platform for, is to create the cool. Like, I don't follow what other people think is supposed to be the next popping thing or supposed to be the next viral thing.
Big Facts, I can't say this. You know who Big Facts is?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Big Facts podcast.
Yeah.
Who the dude behind? I can't remember his name. I can't call his name right now. Big
Bank, yeah.
I can't say, you know what I mean, just for what it's worth. Bro had me on his live one time. It went up. They were putting on the shit show. I can't say that they were, at least they appeared to be willing to allow for me to come and do the show and everything. And I considered it. And I would have gone on to the podcast or push that button. Only thing that stopped that is I seen Baby went on that podcast. That's the only thing that stopped that. When I seen Lil Baby on the podcast, I said, hell no, because I don't know what they working.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I already know Baby whole circle is on point about me. All them niggas been put on point about me. You know what I'm saying? And they've been having an issue with me since 2018. So when I seen that, just through association. So it's not to throw shade on Big Facts. It's to say that they actually, it seemed like on the surface, it seemed like, you know, they would have brought me on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I went back and was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't do the show or none of that because of the association. But that's how deep it go. You can't even be that stupid to think that just because some motherfucker comes to you that they actually give a fuck or want to provide you with an opportunity, you fuck around, end up in the lion's den thinking that you just trying to get, you know what I'm saying, somebody. That's one thing I'm grateful about. I'm not no Mike Monkey. I'm not in a rush to go perform in front of no motherfucking body. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not no clown that you could throw on the stage and say, do a dance. I'm not. If people say, are you going to do shows? I would do shows, but it's not safe.
Right. And
it's not safe to do shows. You know what I'm saying? It's not safe for me. It's not safe for the people who would be there. It's not safe for the security. It's not safe for nobody to do shows at this point. So even my concert, I did one concert, and my concert was digital. I did a whole digital concert. I put together the shit on green screen, made it look like I was on stage, and put whole different scenes and everything and all that. I did a fire-ass production, like a movie. That was a concert. Okay, cool. I can do that type of shit, but you can't play around because listen, if you looking at the blackball, that's just the business side that y'all see. You don't see the threats. You don't see the death threats. Right. You don't see you don't see the let us not. We can't catch you in Oakland City. You don't see that. You don't see though. You can't ride through Summer Hill. You don't listen. I'm talking about real. I got all the receipt, everything I need. I got all that to put a whole documentary together that'll shock people. You feel what I'm saying? Like you don't see none of that.
Hey, brother, I think that's exactly what you need. Then, if you can't do no shows, and we don't know what podcast trying to line you up, we need something. Because I'm telling you, because if the blog's not going to talk about it, if the media personality's not going to talk about it, we need something. If the doc is what we need, get it out. You know what I'm saying?
Tell you,
My
I will.
distribution network is behind you.
That's a part of the plan.
I'll tell you that.
And let me tell you this. I appreciate that. Let me tell you this. Eventually, it get too loud. It looks stupid for not picking it up. They already look stupid, but eventually, it get too loud. Let me show you how loud I'm talking about. I'm talking about 6ix9ine loud. You couldn't avoid 6ix9ine. You saw him everywhere.
Exactly.
That's what's gonna wind up happening, family. So you ain't even got to worry about it. The Shade Room gonna look stupid for not posting it. ATL 20, they gonna look stupid. Say Cheese gonna look stupid. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny. I know who run. It's funny when you know who run the outlet, and you like, yo, what's up? And these people, like you said, and there's no shade towards these people, but it's like if you run a business that you take pride in running it legitimately and saying that you pick people and you blow people up and this and that. Here's a perfect opportunity to talk about something that's not being discussed anywhere else.
Be the first. Be the first.
And you won't
listen.
take advantage.
I studied journalism. One of the key perks that helps you win in journalism is being first. So see how we say that shit almost at the same time? Because I know journalism. And if I know journalism, I'm telling you, I don't need these blogs. That's what I'm doing. I'm a journalist myself. Listen, I went and investigated a raid. They did a raid at one of these. They did a raid at one of these casinos. Hold on, they did a raid at one of these casinos, right?
Yeah. I
went and investigated as an independent journalist.
Yeah.
I do this for real. What I'm doing is journalism. What we both doing right now, it'll appear that you, the journalist, and I'm the interviewee. That's not what's happening. I'm a journalist.
You're writing.
You writing right now. So they don't gotta pick it up. They look stupid though. When they find out that you might get 300,000 views on something that you pulled me on to talk about, but I can do that same shit on my own page and get 800,000 views or 1 million views. You know what I'm saying? That's when they start realizing, bro, he don't even fucking need us. So what is really a blackball at this point? I don't even need you. It just shows me again how deep it goes, and it's showing the people when I point them in that direction. Say, look how deep it goes. You know that they've listed Huncho, they've listed Lil Key, they've listed all kind of artists. Nuda was just some shit that happened because he literally came up under Baby. That was just a cheat code. Baby did all his journalism for him. Then the rest of the blogs picked it up because it's Baby. World Star, all them. But we look at all these artists, Mad Mark, all these Destiny, the girl who came up, she's Destiny. Listen, you probably know all these names. I surpassed all of them.
No,
and I don't make a single solitary list of upcoming artists in Atlanta.
And you know what's crazy? I love that you said that, because ideally, that is what's happening. Is you're becoming to make such a commotion from the people, just the people, because the people who really would run this shit, to be honest. Right. But when you make such a commotion with the people, it does exactly what you said. It has that adverse effect of like, okay, if you're media, why aren't you talking about this?
Exactly.
All of the people want to know what's going on with Faise One. All the people want to know what the fuck is Faise One talking about, and y'all not telling us.
Because they know what I'm talking about is true. They gonna look stupid. Listen, it's only a certain amount of, it's like this, right? This is why they want people to either be brought into independent contracts or be up under a manager of some sort. Some people act like they're independent, but they really still up under somebody's label. I'm not that. I got my own label. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I put something out, I'm gonna ask nobody. I just consult myself. Say, hey, yo, what you think about this? Oh yeah, I got it. And I put it out my damn self. So you know what, you want to know what that also means? Nobody can call me or call my peoples and be like, yo, tell him he can't say that. And nobody ain't QCP finna call Webby and them and say, oh nah, he can't, hey, tell him he can't speak on that. What he doing? All right, cool. Well, we got you. I mean, we're just trying to put him out there. Yeah, but we can't do that because that ain't business. I bet nobody can't do that. Can't nobody say, hey, he's speaking on Drake. Hey, you got to hold that down. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? The most they could do, Distro Kid was like, you can't name your song Drake. They messaged me and were like, you can't name it Drake, you got to change the name. That's why I called it Dragon. They literally messaged me, do this, right? So that's that's how deep this shit really be going in the system. But other than that, can't nobody call and get me shut down. So then they got to make threats. That's the other resolve. The other resolve is to say, well, maybe we say when we see you, it's over with, right? And then I just tell them, okay, well, let it be over when you see me. I mean, they don't know that that's going to be the response. Niggas come in and say, all right, we can't catch you in Atlanta. I said, well, then when I'm in Atlanta, catch me.
Right.
If you can't catch me in Atlanta, when I'm in the city, catch me. If I can't come in your neighborhood, if I'm in your neighborhood, do your worst. That ain't the response that they expect, especially when you're going to see where I'm about to take it. Because I'm telling you, 6'9" and bigger. When you get to trolling them, listen, trolling these motherfuckers beyond what they can control and shit they can do anyway. It's gonna be all over.
It's crazy, and I hate to seem like a media personality, but I'm excited. I mean,
I see niggas rubbing your neck.
Yeah, because it's like, yo, man, like this shit right here, this is what I got into the business for. Right. That's why I put my slogan, amplify the culture, because I see myself as a catalyst in self. So, and being a catalyst means you ignite or create change. So I see as a problem in the media right now. So I'm actively using myself and my platform to create that type of change I want to see. So like I said, bro, I'm souped. Yeah. All right. So then it's on and popping. Like I said, we can put something together. You put your thoughts together. We can do an interview. Because we came on here and discussed it, I can't do no interview in person. Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. If I would have hit you up in the DM and said it, it'd have been different. Right. But I can't do no interview in person. You know what I mean? Just because I know there's people watching, it's all kind of other shit moving. And that's just, for one, protection of your business and your brand also. And I respect that. I respect that. I tell other people that I got niggas who shoot my videos and stuff like that. I say, look, I ain't even trying to be funny. Listen, you shoot videos in Atlanta, these niggas got an issue. I can't even tag you. I can't tag you when we post. You know what I'm saying? Just to protect your brand and mine. You know what I'm saying? So, but we can find another way, whether it's a Zoom or we get on here, do a live event, whatever. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I would love to bring you back on. We do like a digital interview. I get the whole formal setup going. And come back, because I definitely got some more questions for you, man. Mm-hmm. And I think the people will eat it up too. I think the people will love it. And I know they want to hear from you. Righteous. Well, I appreciate you, family. Thank you for doing that article. If you got any questions, if you ever want to do any further development, just let me know. If you want the first spill on some shit that's going on, just let me know. That's love. You know what I mean? Brother, that's love. All right, fam. That's love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Talk to you soon, bro. All right. Peace and love, fam. Peace and love.